This is an interesting change of scenery. Hey, so today I want to go over 20 lessons, life lessons that I wish I learned sooner. Lesson one, no one cares. No one gives a fuck. We feel alone in this world, all of us. There's 9 billion people in the world, and yet every single one of us feel alone, and we want the world to understand us, and we want the world to feel our pain, and we want the world to boo-hoo and pity us like, wow, poor you, your life was so difficult. No one cares. They don't have the time to care because they're going through their own problems. They don't have the energy to care because they're too worried about trying to fix their own issues in their lives. They don't have time to pity you, and they don't have time to care about you. The sooner you realize that no one caring about you is actually normal, the less you get affected. I always talk about resetting your expectations. And so if your current expectations are, people should care about me, well then perhaps we can switch that up and we can say, well, they don't have to care about me. And it would be strange if they did care about me, because if they cared about me, that would be irregular. No one cares about you. They never will. Own it. If you want to care about other people, good. But don't expect other people to care about you. So don't get hurt when they don't give a shit. Don't get hurt. Please understand that everything you're going through, someone out here has it worse. You think they really have time to worry about your problems? No, they're trying to fix their families. They're trying to fix their habits. They're trying to get out of their own depression, their own anxiety. So reset that expectation. You'll be good to go. Lesson two, if you're going to complain, at least do something about it. This is why we vent. Well, before I get into that, complaining and venting are two very different things. I say venting is letting go of some built-up emotion and you still take action. That's called venting to me. That would be my definition. Complaining is not taking action and just pissing everybody off and complaining about things that you're not even trying to change. Now, if you are going to complain about your life, I would recommend that you do something about it. If you're complaining about your weight, let's do something about it. If you're big and you are trying to lose weight, let's start walking. Just drink water. Start there. Little habits. If you're a twig like me and you want to gain weight, maybe let's start eating more and start weight training, right? The solutions to our problems are here. We know it. We know exactly what we have to do. We just psych ourselves out. We're like, no, it can't be that easy. Yes, it's that easy. But you think it's difficult, and that's why you're not doing it. Because you perceive it to be very, very difficult. And so you say, well, since it's that difficult, there's just no way I'll be able to do it. When in actuality, you can. Lesson three, tell the truth. Or at least don't lie. And this is one of the laws or rules that Jordan B. Peterson has in his book, 12 Rules for Life. Tell the truth or at least don't lie. And here's what I mean. If someone asks me, hey Thompson, are you happy? I can lie and say, yes. Or I can tell the truth and say, I don't care about being happy. It's not important to me. I'm not lying, and I told the truth. Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. There's no need to lie. The more you lie and the more you try to rationalize your own pathological behaviors and try to fool yourself, try to fool the world, the sooner and the faster you start to slowly become desolate and you just you don't care about anything anymore. You actually start to deceive yourself, and deceiving yourself is awful. That's the last person you want to lie to, because then what happens is you no longer know the difference between reality and your own delusional, constructed, warped image of what reality actually is. So don't lie, Or at least just tell the truth. All right. Lesson 4, be patient with people. People aren't like you. If you're patient, understanding, dude, look, people are not as understanding, and they don't know you, and they don't have to know you. They'll say bad things about you. They'll call you names in hopes to tear you down, or it might just be misunderstanding. It's not their job to know who you are, and it's also not their job to understand you. It's just your job to say it's okay. The more power you give them, the more they'll affect you. The less power you give them, the less they affect you. So, for example, if someone is misunderstanding you, they look at you and they're like, oh, you are this, this, and this, when you know you're not, you just have to say, I get it. Remember a time when you were young and you misunderstood people. Extend them some type of grace. Because you were just like them a few years back. You're no better. It's not like you've never misunderstood anybody. It's not like you are oh so holy and righteous and perfect like Christ himself. You're not. You're probably just as messed up or even worse, because you know the skeletons you hide in your closet. And so if someone's going to say, hey, I hate you, you're such a loser, that should mean nothing, because the skeletons in your closet are 10 times worse. Maybe you are a loser. Maybe you are this and that. Yeah? Next lesson. The world doesn't revolve around you. I wish I could scream that to my younger self. The world doesn't have to bend its knees and just cater to you. It's not how the world works. We're here to exist, feel, connect, experience, and give whatever we have to the world. The world doesn't go, oh, poor you, and start to mold itself and weave itself and just cater to you and give you everything you want. It's not how it works. Imagine if you could just snap your fingers and everything you want appears. You're gonna freaking become desolate, hopeless, self-destructive, because you don't put in the work to get it. The whole point in achievement is who you become along the way. Why do you think not everyone is blessed with money? If you slap 5 million on someone's bank account that isn't prepared to handle that much money, they're either going to become a drug addict, they're going to lose all the money, they're going to gamble it, they're going to ruin their lives, and they're going to ruin the lives of others. The journey to become successful builds your character to where when you have that money, you're like, okay, I'm not going to be stupid with it. I'm going to be smart with it. I'm going to do something that's not destructive. The world doesn't have to cater towards you. It never will. You cater towards the world. And we're selfish. And we don't like that. We're like, what? I need to cater towards the world. For what? The world is cold. Look what the world did to me. I get it. Just keep in your mind that when you turn cold, the world wins. And you don't want the world to win. Lesson 6. Don't be impulsive. Think it through. So psychologically, we cannot think and feel at the same time. It's not possible. Thinking would mean this is objective, structured, logical, predicated on just facts and objective reality. Feeling is impulsive. We react. Here's a good example. Say you have a significant other, and your partner does something that you don't like, and you start to feel angered, and you don't think, you begin to react based upon that emotion. So you scream, you say things you don't mean. Now, if you were to think, you'd say, okay, what you said just angered me. Why am I angered? Well, I don't know why, but I need to figure it out. I don't think we should speak right now because I'm angry and I might say something that's not the best for both of us, and I may say something that I'll regret and may hurt your feelings. So let's just take a pause. See the difference between thinking and feeling? Don't be freaking impulsive. Like, think. The moment you feel an emotion, just pause. Like, hold on, why? You have to ask yourself, okay, why am I happy? Why am I feeling euphoria? Why am I feeling so nostalgic? Why am I so sad? Why am I so mad? Think it through. Think it through so that you know exactly what to do next. Instead of just feeling something, next thing you know, you react off that feeling. Now look at you. Now you're desolate, hopeless, and aimless. You don't want to be desolate, hopeless, and aimless. We want to prevent that by any means necessary. And it starts with thinking, not feeling. Use this. You're gifted. Use this. You have it. Lesson 7. Keep promises that you make to yourself. I saw a video one day, and he goes, your future you is depending on the current you to make the sacrifices that's necessary for the future family that the future you is going to have. And it's never left my head. There's a future you out there. And that future you is looking at you right now saying, come on, man. I need you to make the right set. Come on, man. Like, I'm depending on you. Like, I am who you want to be, but I need you to make the right sacrifices. If you're going to say you're going to do something, please, please, please do it. Because when you lie to yourself and you break a promise to yourself, you will do that to others. We treat others to a degree how we treat ourselves. To a degree. And it may not be the case all the time. Don't lie to yourself. If you're going to say you're going to do something, please do it. Own it. Back it up. Create a stack of evidence that, hey, I kept my word to myself. So if I give you my word, I'll deliver. Because I kept my word to me. And you can best believe I will keep that word to you. Right? Lesson 8. Regardless of your past, you get to decide your future. To say that our past doesn't shape who we are would be a complete lie. It does. A lot of our character and our personality is predicated on structure. And these structures are families, society, what society teaches us, and what we've been through, the trauma we've experienced, our childhood. These all play a role in developing our entire being. And so who you are is largely a result of what you've been through. But that doesn't mean you have to take that and let that govern who you are. It just plays a role. It's a segment of who you are. It's a fragment. That's all it is. It doesn't have to actually govern who you are and decide your future. Whatever you went through in the past, understand it. Okay, yes, I may not have this. I may not have these. I wasn't able to have these resources. Maybe I couldn't do this. Maybe I wasn't this type of person. Maybe I wish my family did this. Whatever you went through, just know that it's only a fragment of who you are now. You get to decide your future. And you shouldn't base that on your past. You should just let your past kind of exist. For example, we'll use me for example. That would be a good way. That would be the best move. I had a father who could have done better, but everyone could do better. So it wasn't his fault. He tried his best. I would hope he did. But the sad part is his best wasn't enough. And so I will never let my future family suffer because I'm not enough, not anymore. And so to a degree you can say, well, your past makes you. Because look at you, you're holding on to that trauma. No, the past is a part of me and I remember and I have a memory of how it feels to be in a household where the man couldn't be a freaking man. And it's only a fragment of who I am. And so I try my best to become a man where if I can develop myself to help my family, I will. I'll do everything I can. Everything. So that my son, my daughter, and my wife do not have to suffer because of my own inadequate decisions. Don't let your past determine how you end up. You get to choose, and just make sure you choose wisely. Yes. Lesson 9. Celebrate people. Don't celebrate yourself. I stopped celebrating my birthday a while back. Mainly because I got used to no one reaching out to me when it was my birthday. And this is not a boo-hoo, oh, poor Thompson, wow, poor me. No, this is not what it is. I promise. But I stopped celebrating it because it was just unavailable. And I remember how that felt. So if you know how it feels to not be celebrated, then you owe it to the world to celebrate the world. Celebrate the world. When it's someone's birthday, even if you don't care about your own birthday and you think birthdays are just stupid, hey, reach out to that person and say, happy birthday, man. My gosh, what are you doing today? Damn, that's awesome. I can't wait. Tell me all about it. I'm so happy for you. You owe it to them because you know how it feels to not be celebrated. So, hey, give that to them. Celebrate people. And be genuine. Like when they come to you with good news, like be genuinely happy for them. Be like, what? Seriously? That's awesome. Like smile, man. Like you have no idea how many people are just dying for a lack of a little bit of encouragement. They're dying and they just want a little bit of encouragement, an encouraging word, and they just want to be celebrated. They want to feel like they're not just worthless and useless. And then they want to feel like they're not just this floating speck in the cosmos just drifting. You know how that feels. So don't let someone else feel that way. And you can literally help someone not feel that way by just freaking being selfless and celebrating them. Give to the world what you never once had. That'd be my philosophy. Whatever you didn't have, then you make sure you develop yourself into a person that can give that, and you give it to people. You give it to the world. All right? That's sacrificial. That's selfless. That's honorable. Respectable in my eyes. Lesson 10. Reward yourself. Hey, I don't live by rules, man. I'll go out, drink, do whatever the heck I want to do, and I'll still show up, and I'll just do whatever I have to get done. I don't like rules. And so I believe in rewarding yourself, especially if you can use it as a motivation, or you can use it as a motivating force to propel you forward towards accomplishing the task and acquiring your goal. So what I mean by that is, let's say going to train at the gym is very difficult for you. Let's say it's difficult. You need to conjure up a lot of willpower and mental fortitude just to step inside the gym. Let's say it's difficult. Okay. Let's find a way to motivate you. How about we give you a chocolate lava cake after you go to the gym or something, right? Motivate yourself some way, somehow, so that you're like, okay, I can't wait to get done with this so that I can do this, right? And people do it all the time. They can't wait to get done with their 9 to 5 so that they can go home, pop open a cold beer, watch Netflix. That's their reward. And it motivates them to get the job done. It works for them. And that's worked for me. Reward yourself. So that on your way towards the goal acquisition and on the path where you're trying to accomplish all these tasks, you don't become hopeless and deep and unmotivated. But instead you're like, no, I gotta get it done because when I get it done, I can get this. This right here, the reward, that will be subjective. I will leave that up to you. But reward yourself. It's okay to reward yourself. If you hustle hard and you get things done, freaking celebrate, man. Like, good job. Screw all the people that say, no, don't celebrate yourself. Let's go again. Man, screw you. I'm going to go celebrate. Because I'm going to die one day. And at 70, I'm going to wish I celebrated. So instead of being 70 with that regret, I'm going to do it now. And so, yes, I'm going to celebrate. If I want to take a trip to Ibiza or Ibiza and Dubai, I'm going to take a trip to Dubai. If I'm going to go to the bar and have a drink because I've been working all week, I'm going to have a drink. I don't care, and I'll still get it done. And I had a little bit of fun. Don't take life too seriously, man. We suffer because we take what was made for fun a little bit too seriously. That's why we suffer. So laugh. And as you celebrate yourself, or when you celebrate other people and reward yourself, you have a reason to laugh and smile. So freaking do it. Any reason you have to smile and laugh, freaking do it. Life is short, man. You don't need to be so serious like me. It's not fun. Smile. Lesson 11, embrace the suck. You hear this all the time. And when things are tragic and tragedy comes, we hurt because we just don't like how we feel. It's terrible. It strips us of meaning. We don't want to exist. Nothing means anything. Everything is worthless. For all we care, if we didn't wake up tomorrow, thumbs up, good, right? It's because when things suck, or like this is not normal, why am I feeling like this? It's normal. If you reset your expectations, things that once bothered you will no longer bother you because you have reset your expectations. When things are tough, when you're miserable and you're suffering, say this is part of transformation. This is part of existence. Remember a time where you thought there was no way you're going to get out of there. Remember that time. Everyone has that time. Remember? Where you're like, dude, there's just no way I'm going to get out of this. Like, there's no way. This is awful. Look back on that time. Don't you kind of smile and like, you just, you're relieved? Because you're like, wow, I can't believe I made it. So this current the situation you're in right now, whatever your circumstances, it's the same thing. 1, 2 years down the line, you're going to look back on this moment. You're going to say, I freaking made it, man. I did it. And you will. But you have to start learning that sucking is normal. Embrace it. And when you embrace it, you're like, I'm going to get through this. It's okay. And so you could take on more and more and more. More suck. It's normal. It's not going to be fun. But it will be worth it. Lesson 12. Repetition and volume will always negate bad luck. I learned this from Alex Hormozy. If you show up every day and you do it a lot and you do it again, whatever it is that you do. Let's say you have to make phone calls and sell laundry detergent. And you have to call a bunch of houses and tell them that you have the best laundry detergent. Volume and repetition will always negate everything. Because let's say you show up and you only make 10 calls a day. You are going to miss a good day. Because maybe on the 15th call, you would have sold laundry detergent. Now let's say you show up and you do 1,000 calls a day. No, there's no chance for bad luck. It negates it. What bad luck? I made 1,000 calls a day. I sold 500 laundry detergents in 5 houses or 500 houses, homes. Volume and repetition. Do it again, and do it a lot. Do it again, do it a lot, do it again, do it a lot, do it again, do it a lot. That applies to almost everything. If you want to grow your social media platforms, make content, do it again, do it a lot. And don't stop. If you want to get in better shape, train the next day, and train often. If you want to be unhealthy, eat a lot, eat often, right? Volume and repetition. Volume, repetition, volume, repetition. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it the next day. Don't stop. It's my principle. Lesson 13, be delusional. I was dead broke a couple years ago, 2021 and 2022. All 2021, all 2022. I had nothing. Didn't have enough gas to put in my car to drive home. I would sleep at work at the warehouse on the couch. Hey, good thing I had a couch, man. At least it wasn't the floor, right? I remember I brought all my clothes because I was like, okay, if I make one trip home, I got to bring all my clothes there because there's no way I can drive home. I'm about 20 minutes from work, 15 minutes from work. I just didn't have money for gas. So I brought all my clothes, brought all my shampoo. I would go shower at the closest gym. It was a lot closer than going home. it wasn't a good time. And strangely enough, throughout those times, like my boy Adrian and I, we were just saying, hey, we're gonna make it. And dude, we had nothing. Like we had nothing. Nothing. Like anyone would look at us and they're like, oh, okay, you guys are gonna fail. And we said, hey, and through the midst of it all, like in the darkest, deepest parts of our minds, where we're suffering, we're broke, like we had nothing. We're like, dude, we're gonna make it. Like, watch what's gonna happen a week from now. Like, we were so delusional. If someone were to watch us, like a third part, like a bird's eyes view from it, like if I could just see how crazy we sounded, knowing the situation we were in, be delusional, man. If you suck, be so delusional that you're like, nope, I'm gonna get better, and I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be the best. Like I'm talking about, if you are the worst, be so delusional where no one can convince you you're bad because you're just so focused on becoming good. Be freaking delusional. You can be dead broke, nothing, homeless, no food, and freaking be delusional. Like, no, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. Like, that's how delusional I was. I was broke, I had nothing, I'm sleeping at the warehouse, no food, I had to eat canned food and ramen noodles, which isn't too bad, by the way. I had cream of mushroom, that's pretty good. Just anyone going through tough times, man. Beef ramen, top ramen, shrimp top ramen, chicken top ramen. Chef Boyardee was kind of expensive a year or two ago. They used to be cheaper. So maybe no Chef Boyardee, but cream of mushroom, cream of spinach, like that right there. You're good to go, man. What? Good. Beans, you're good. I had nothing, dead broke at the warehouse. I remember I was on live. I'm on TikTok live broadcasting. I'm in a suit and everything, and I'm so delusional because I'm like, I'm gonna make it, and I'm just eating ramen and canned food, and everyone's like, why don't you get real food? And I didn't have the heart to say, oh, I'm broke. I just said, I don't got time. I'm so busy. What? I was delusional, man, and it got me here, and I thankfully was able to get out of there. Be freaking delusional. Like, live in your own delusion that you will succeed despite whatever you're going through. Like, you be delusional and you don't let anybody tell you that you're crazy. You're not crazy. They're crazy because they don't see what you see. Who's crazy? You or me? That's how delusional you need to be. Lesson 14, invest in the right people. Good people on this side. People make shitty times good, make good times amazing, make amazing times unforgettable. When you invest in people, and let's say you're a business owner, yeah, and you see skill, you see talent, you're like, I see potential, and you invest in this potential, and you're like, okay, hey, let me show you. That person will scale your business because that person will acquire talent, skill, and give that to you because you invested in them. Invest in good people, meaning if someone is not going to look out for you, if you're dead broke, if you need a helping hand and they're like, I don't know about that, don't freaking give them a second of your energy. Don't. Because when you need help, they're not going to be there. Invest in the people where if you have nothing and you need help and it's about time that you ask for help, you know they'll be there. Invest in those people where you know, like, hey, no doubt you're going to come and run by my side. I got one person. I think. I may have more. But what I see, I only have one person that will run and just help. And that's my boy Adrian, man. That's my dog. That's my brother. I know that if I ever get broke again, if I ever become dead broke and I have nothing, and I'm like, hey, I need your help. He's like, what can I do for you? I got you. If I say, hey, don't ask questions, I'm picking you up and we got to handle some business. He's like, he's going to complain. He'll be like, man, at this time, all right, man, let's go. Let me know when you're here. Like, I can count on my boy, man. I know I can. You invest in those type of people because those are the type of people that you need in your circle. Dependable people that you can rely on. Lesson 15. Don't tell people your goals unless they dream big. Let me tell you why. When I was in the military, I had big dreams. I said, I can't believe my life has come to this. And a lot of people are like, dude, you're in the military on salary, you're getting paid, you're good, you're blessed. Yeah, I was. But I dreamed big, so my current circumstances didn't seem all that good. Was I ungrateful? Maybe. Maybe I dreamed so big I became ungrateful. Who knows? But I was not going to put up with it. I said, dude, I'm destined for more than just sitting inside this little cubic room with another roommate whose shoes smell so bad that I can smell it on my side, who shit and piss on the toilet and leave their freaking pubes all over for me to clean up just to get screamed at by a grown man because he's insecure about himself, and the only thing that gives him a sense of superiority is a freaking rank on his chest. I'll be damned. I said, I'll be damned. Going to the club every weekend drinking, throwing my life away. Women drinking clubs, women drinking clubs, women drinking clubs, getting screamed at throughout the week, scrubbing toilets, sweeping and mopping, being told what to do, boom, boom, boom. I'll be damned. Nope. Fuck that. Fuck that. And so when I forced them to kick me out. I said, kick me out. I had a big dream for my life. I said, no, I'm going to make something happen. I'll be damned if I stay here. I got a dream for my family, my future family, my son, my daughter, my wife, my life. I'll be damned. Nope. And I remember I told a lot of people, my family members, some family members about this. Oh, man. Every single one of them said, I don't know, man. You should stay in the military. They couldn't dream that big. One person said, do it, bro. All right, you got this. Adrian. I told him, I was like, dude, I'm going to get out. I'm going to make something happen. He's like, dude, freaking do it. Like, do it. You got this. You know why? He freaking started a company at 18. That's why he was able to do it. The people that I told this dream to, they work a 9 to 5. Makes sense, right? So don't tell people your dreams unless you know that they dream as big as you or even bigger. If they don't dream as big as you, they're gonna shit on your dream. And you don't need that because you need momentum. And the last thing you need is for someone's lack of belief to slow you down. Tell your dreams to people that you know will be like, hell fucking yeah, let's do it. What's the first step? Instead of, well, I don't know about that, man. Have you thought about this? Man, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Don't tell your dreams to anybody. I remember I got out the military, back home. I haven't seen family in years. And I told you guys this in my first video. And I told my auntie, or she was just asking, what do you plan on doing? And I knew not to tell her. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just make money. I'm trying to figure it out. And she was like, well, what exactly? She was pushing. I said, okay, let's just try. Let's see what she's made of. I said, let's try. She owns a business. Let's see. And I was like, I don't know, but by 24, I want to be a millionaire and I want to become successful. And I want to make something for my life. And she's like, nope, no way. I said, well, so that's what I get. I said, that's what I get for telling my dreams to someone who can't freaking dream that big. Not her fault, man. She's living in her time. Not her fault. All right. So be careful. Don't tell your goals to people. Don't tell your dreams to people unless you know in their heads, oh, they dream even bigger. Yep. Lesson 16, enjoy the moments. I can vividly imagine 80-year-old Thompson looking back on this Thompson right now saying, oh, how cute. Look at me. I remember when I was trying to be an entrepreneur, inspire people, make YouTube content. Look at this. I remember when I only had 500 subscribers. Oh, that's cute. Oh. I'm going to look back and I'm going to wish that I just enjoyed the moment. So when I acknowledged that, I said, why wait when I'm 70 with regret? Just freaking enjoy the moment now. So if you're broke, if you have nothing, if you're suffering, if you're trying to figure it out, like literally enjoy this moment. Like sit back and say, look at me trying to figure it out. I can't wait to look back on this time. Enjoy the moment. Don't take yourself too seriously. Life is serious enough. For crying out loud, all I do is talk about existentialism, philosophy, psychology, and the depths of our unconscious in regards to piecing together what it means to exist. Like, that's serious enough, man. That's why I smile sometimes. And I don't take myself too seriously at times because I'm like, man, I'm gonna be 70 and I'm gonna wish that I smiled more, I laughed more, I did silly things more. Screw what anyone has to say. I'm gonna be 70 and I'm gonna say, I can't believe that that person held me back. How the heck did I care about their judgment? I can vividly see that. So I embody that now. I can guarantee you when you're 70, 80, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, dude, I didn't do that because I was afraid of judgment by those people? What the fuck? So if you know that's how you're going to think at 70, just freaking embody it now. Don't let your fear of judgment hold you back. People are going to say mean things about you. Who cares? They don't know you and they're probably going through hell already. Their family's probably in shambles. They're probably in their own type of chaos, existing in their own state of misery and suffering. Who cares if they misjudge you? They probably misjudge themselves. Understand them and understand the time when you misjudge people, and that will help you not get affected. Enjoy the moments, please. Laugh, smile. Do stupid things. Do silly things. When I say stupid, I don't mean stupid where it destroys you and causes you to embark on the path of self-destruction. I mean stupid and silly, carefree. Do it. Lesson 17. Don't take yourself too seriously. Like I said, man, we suffer because we take what the gods have made fun and we take it a little too seriously. That's why we suffer. Everything here is meant for our enjoyment. Look outside. Look how the leaves blow. Just look at how nature behaves. It's beautiful. It's not that serious, man. It can be, but not all the time. Life is serious to a degree. It's serious because we're trying to look for meaning. We're trying to discover what it means. What is all of this? What's my mission? What's my purpose? Oh, boo-hoo. And then next thing you know, we become desolate, hopeless, aimless. Don't take yourself too seriously. Step outside in public. Go to the shopping mall. Go to a bar and look over to the person sitting next to you and say, hey, quick question. You want to be friends? Just do it. Go walk up to that girl. All my young gentlemen, go walk up to the girl that you want. Just do it. All my ladies. Live with no regrets. Now, ladies, look. The world doesn't treat you the same how the world treats us men. We have roles to play. The fellas, we're lucky. We get to live with no regrets and we get to go to the clubs, to the bars, and pump, bring the ladies home, and we get praised. Ladies, you do the same thing with the same foundation. I just don't want to live with regret. And you get called a HOE. I'm sorry. That's the way the world works, and I'm sorry that that's how it is. And so, ladies, if you're going to live with no regrets, hey, own it. Be prepared to be called all those things. You're a HOE, you're a this and that and that. Oh, you're nasty, you're for the street. Hey, look, ladies, look, hey, live with no regret. Because 70-year-old you is going to wish that 20-year-old you would have just did things and just lived. 70-year-old you will look at 20-year-old you and say, wow, I didn't freaking do that because I was afraid of judgment. By who? By those people? Oh, my gosh, you're going to be filled with regret. So, hey, just do it now. Don't take yourself too seriously. Go. Have fun. But learn this one thing. That if you're going to go and have fun and just go, own it if it begins to hurt you and cause you to go downhill, downward spiral. You better own it. If you're all about fun and no regrets and not being so serious, hey, own it if you go downward. If you spiral downward, hey, you better own it. You made the decision. Yes. Lesson 18, find any reason to smile. And this is coming from a dude who is serious 100% of the time. And you're like, well, Thompson, you seem pretty happy in this video. When I say serious, it's because there reaches a certain level of intelligence where it becomes a burden. Thought becomes a burden. You simply just know things and see things that other people just have not seen or know. The veils have been lifted and you now see, and the depths of your consciousness cause you immense suffering. This is from Jordan B. Peterson. He got asked in one of his seminars, someone said, the depths of my consciousness causes me immense suffering. What do I do? His answer was, you must take what poisons you until you turn into a tonic that girdles the world around you. Phenomenal response, my goodness. And so I'm serious 100% of the time because I don't care about anything. Nothing means anything to me. And I see the world for what it is, and I see existence for what it is, and I just know the depths of my consciousness in ways that I probably shouldn't have known. And it's okay. Hey, I know it, and it is what it is, right? But find any reason to smile, because in moments where you smile, you feel good, man. You're like, hey, look at me. You're going to wish you smiled more. Trust me. So if someone cracks a joke, laugh, even if it wasn't funny. And you're going to end up laughing at yourself for faking the laugh. If you see something, just laugh. Like, laugh. Keep laughing. Always laugh and smile. Find any reason to laugh and smile. Life is short. You're going to clock out one day. So enjoy the moments now, so you don't have to live with that regret or guilt. Lesson 19, you have to earn respect. The respect isn't handed. You earn it. Now, should you extend your respect to everybody? Sure. But do not expect everyone to extend that to you. You have to prove that you're worthy of respect. Carry yourself in a way where they're like, good stuff. Right on, right? Cultivate yourself and transform into a person where as you walk around, they're just like, damn, that's what I'm talking about. That's a man right there. Or that's a woman right there. Right? Become so good. Transform and be so unrecognizable that people look at you like, I wish I was like that. What the heck? Where they start to look at you and they're like, dang, I got to get my stuff together. You got to earn that respect. And you do it by transforming and slowly becoming better. That's how you're going to do it. Give respect to all, but do not expect all to respect you. You have to become someone that's worthy enough of their respect. Carry yourself in a way that's like, it would be a no-brainer. If you would disrespect me, you're just a hater. You're simply a miserable hater. Become so amazing at what you do that if people disrespect you and don't respect you, they're the crazy ones. That's up to you. You got to transform. Last lesson, lesson 20. Practice what you preach. This is coming from a dude who did not practice what he preached for a long time. Let me tell you why people do it. People don't practice what they preach because they just know the consequences. And so you hear a lot of people give you advice and they're not following it. I don't say shut them down. I think that's silly. If someone is overweight and is giving me advice and telling me why being overweight is so bad and why I need to get in shape, I'm going to listen because this dude knows exactly what it feels like to be overweight. I don't care if he's not healthy or in shape. Dude, he knows. I'm listening. Sometimes, like, when people help you, it's not because they're coming from a superior place. Oh, I'm better than you. Look at me. You need to obey me. I'm so superior. It's because they've been through the depths of hell. They just don't want you to get burned. Don't be closed off. If someone gives you advice and you're like, you're not practicing it, you can still take that advice, especially if it's good advice. Well, let's say hypothetically right now, I am an alcoholic. Which I'm not. Hypothetical, just an example. Let's say I'm an alcoholic and I give you advice on how to not drink alcohol. Like I tell you, like, dude, don't, like, this is how you should do it. Don't do this, otherwise you will end up doing this. Like, and I give you advice on how to stay sober and boo boo. Just because I'm an alcoholic and I can't stay sober doesn't mean you should cut off the advice. It might be some real shit. Like, it might be some freaking game. Stop being closed off. Listen. Like, just freaking listen. Dissect it, analyze it, and say, okay, well, after I've dissected it and analyzed it, now what do I want? Should I welcome it or should I just discard? Only after you dissect and analyze it do you make a decision to discard it or, okay, let me integrate it. Let me adopt it. But I will say that if you don't practice what you preach, you'll end up kind of living in your own delusion where you start to forget who you are. You become a pathological liar. You just exist in your own cloud and comfort of lies. And it makes you feel worse because you tell people to do this and you know that you should probably do the same and you don't do it. And so it's just reinforcing that you're insufficient. And so practicing what you preach causes you to say, well, I can do it. You start to build a stack of evidence that says, hey, I'm this, I can, I will, and I do. As opposed to when you just preach something and you don't practice it, you begin to build a stack of evidence of, I cannot do it. Sure, I know what to do, but I'm weak, I can't do it in this. And that's not the best stack of evidence to have. I promise. Been there, done that, man. I've been a dude who preached and didn't practice it. And I've been a dude who did preach and practiced it. And I will tell you that it feels better to freaking practice what you preach. It gives you more certainty. You don't seem so uncertain. You can see it in the eyes, in the voice, and everything. Practice what you preach. Those are my 20 lessons, man. I really wish that I learned sooner. I hope that someone was able to take anything from that or something from that. I know this video was long, but hey, thanks for watching. Smile, man, and never stop. Always grow. Signing out, man.